Pandas. 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 I got broads in Atlanta. Tussen Dublin and a Fanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. TGIM, Pandas. Thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's Monday. You know why? Because we are back with the best community on YouTube, verified. Trading with the most profitable trader, verified. Ready to trade with the best prop firm, verified. Doing what we love most, trading futures, verified. Pandas, verified. That's it. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Hope you guys are ready to trade. Hope you guys were able to rest. And now we're in a place where you're just ready to go and do better than we did last week. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat. And if you feel comfortable, drop your location. I'd love to know where you guys are from. Pandas, good news. I mean, if you look on the top left, you can see that we hit the static threshold. And then we hit the static threshold with this move up here. Well, we still haven't got out of the trade, but we hit the static threshold. So good news, Pandas. We can start swing trading. We can start comfortably swing trading here. And not only that, we can hopefully, well, we can get the account up high enough. When we get the account high enough, we can actually make a withdrawal. I'm going to stick to this trade, though. I'm going to stick to the plan here and trade this as I should. So we're going to go a little bit higher here if we can. I mean, I'd preferably like to make 12.5 points. I'd like to make 12.5 points here if I can. I would love that. I would love that. 20 EMA protecting us here. Good morning, Pans. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to put in here just a little bit of something. A little poll, little engagement. And the nice thing is that it's completely anonymous. But I think people would love to know how you guys traded last week. I think maybe last week was really hard for a lot of people. I know for me it was difficult. I had 2 red days last week. We're really green now, but I did have 2 red days last week. So I can sense that probably last week was very difficult. And while you guys fill out that poll, let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas here. Futures trader Brian US. Dang, Top Step took away the micros. That means Top Step sucks. Everyone using Top Step are smooth brainers. We call them smooth brainers here because when you have an obvious clear winner of what prop firm is better and someone else is using another one that's more expensive and worse, I mean, we can easily conclude that they have smooth brains. Pandas, we are back. We're back up to minimum account balance to withdraw. As you can see, my threshold turned static. So that's another proof that we are trading PA accounts here. If you guys don't know, only performance accounts turn static thresholds, have static thresholds. Once you hit once your account balance makes the threshold amount plus 100, your threshold turns static. And yeah, so it also means that you can withdraw. Bill 7, good morning. Scalp that like button, always reminding Pandas what's good here. Hugh, good morning. Mo 7, welcome. Peter Cho, welcome. Mike G, welcome. Mike Richardson, welcome. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Born Thor, welcome. Thanks for becoming a panda. Appreciate it. Thomas Masters, good morning. Happy Camper, good morning. Exponential, good morning. Hansman, good morning. Eric Hill, can't you withdraw as long as your balance is above 2,600? Yes, you can. Yes, with the 50K account, you can. Iron Cruz, good morning. Mike Richardson, hi, brother. I am in Salisbury. Cool. Steven Wanner, welcome, guys. Welcome. Blue Steel. What about Magnum? Blue Steel's nice, but what about Magnum? AOD Game says, good morning. Just grabbed my indicator this morning. Let's go, baby. Hope it's useful. You may need to get it activated, though. So make sure you shoot your activation code to support@twoleggedpullback.com. There should be instructions on how to do it. We got a nice push up here. I feel okay here though, Pandas, just holding this because we have the 20 EMA protecting us now, and we got a nice push above the previous day's high, which is Big Mama. We got Big Mama already scalped out, and now we're just letting this runner run here. You gotta let it cook. Let him cook. Bonther, Big City of Grover, AOD Games, Charles Great. It's a well-made tool. Appreciate it. Pablo, good morning, Pandas. He is not a paid actor. AOD Games is not a paid actor. Eric Hill, how many trading days do you have on these accounts? This is day 9. And today is day 9. And so that means within 9 days, we're able to make $2,600. If I close this trade right now, $2,600. But we're holding this trade. Pandas, no reason to let go of it. No, absolutely no reason to let go of it. We are in a good place now. Good position here on this trade. So that means I can get a withdrawal at the end of this month. I just made a nick of time. Tomorrow will be day 10, and so I have the 30th and 31st to put my withdrawal request in, and then they will oh, you know what? Sorry, I had that backwards. I can withdraw it on the 1st to the 5th. Sorry. I got mixed up there. The withdrawal request time periods are the 1st to the 5th and the 15th to the 20th. Sorry about that. So on the 1st and the 5th, I'll be able to withdraw. Plenty of time, Pandas. Plenty of times. Now we are above the minimum account balance you need to withdraw on these 50K accounts. Pandas, I mean, I've mentioned it many times before. It doesn't really matter what account balance you have. Or sorry, it doesn't really matter what account size you have. 300K account, 50K account. Actually, it does matter. In fact, it's actually better to have 50K accounts than the 300K account. Main reason being, one of the main reasons being, because you only need 2,600 to withdraw. So that means I'm already at the withdrawal requirement to be able to take out the minimum. I can take out the minimum withdrawal, which is 500. I actually really like the fact that they made the minimum withdrawal of 500. Because sometimes you don't have if you have to pull out 1,000 on these 50K accounts, that's kind of detrimental for a lot of people. I haven't withdrawn yet. We are still in this trade, making a second entry long here. Possible double top here, and market is about to open. That may take me out here. Hopefully the 20 MA can give us some protection here. I really hope it does. I really don't like the look of this now, right? We got 4 pushes up. It's a little bit scary. Matthew says, morning Pandas, I was just about to pass threshold for payout, but I went until end of day Friday and lost it. Still around to watch a practice trade. I'm from Toronto, by the way. Matthew, hey, thoughts and prayers, man. There was a panda earlier that said that they were up a lot, a lot, and it just took one day to take out the profits. And that's what a big part of the journey is, to get rid of that one day. that one red day. If you can make your red day small, trust me, your profitability will start to skyrocket. Do whatever you can to prevent big red days. Seriously. You have to have a limit. Panda says, my week was so bad, I have to go back to the drawing board. And I understand. Last week was difficult. I had 2 red days myself, and the red days combined was about $1,000 loss. More than $1,000 loss. And that's really huge for 2,500 or a 50K account with $2,500 trailing threshold. That means that I was only about I almost used half my threshold, and yeah. So I had 2 red days last week. But as you can see now, we are up back. We made up our losses plus more. And now we are well in the green. In fact, our threshold turned static during this trade, which is good news for us. Good news for us. That means we can start swing trading comfortably here. So that's why I put the poll up, because I think people are going to find some comfort knowing that last week was very hard for most people, right? You had the bad and okay mostly filled, and I think you can see that if you had a tough time last week and you feel so demoralized, saying, man, I suck at trading, or I've been doing this for so long, I still, you know, in last week I busted my accounts, you're in good company. And trust me, you're in good company. I mean, I'm not part of that company, but I'm just saying. I think you are in good company. Now, last week was very difficult. Oh, sorry. Thank you for that, Gab. I got you. Good looking out here. Sorry about that. Looking for that 12.5 points, and hopefully we can get it. Why do I look for 12.5 points? Is it just random? I just like that number? No. It's very aligned with my strategy. Very aligned with my strategy. Pushed a little higher here. I think the market open might push us up more than anything. I hope. Pandas, I hope. Pandas can dream. Market is open in 10 seconds. Futures trading, yeah, we're still in September. Market just open, and hopefully get a push up here. I would love that. I would love a little burst up here instead of a full-blown reversal. It's not looking too good right now. Oh boy. Hey, it's okay. We got room. We got 20 EMA here. We got some support along the way down. I think we're okay here, pandas. Oh boy. It's looking a little bit bearish. Looking a little bit up. Give me my 12.5. I could start raising my stop here to, you know what, I'm going to just use this. I can't use this pivot. It's not much different than here. I might as well just keep it down here. Maybe hope for a miracle save. This happened many times before.
10,000 tick trap.
Oof. What is this move down? Pandas. Second entry long. Let's get that 12.5. Ooh, I love that. I don't love this. Oh, what? Why? What's going on? Am I being greedy, pandas? Stay greedy, my friends. Stay greedy. Getting a nice trading range here above the 20 MA. It's good news for me. In fact, there's a little gap here that I feel like needs to be filled. It should probably get filled here. There's a little gap here. We got the 20 MA protecting us. I love that. Right? You need that. Or it's good to have some support before your stop loss way down here. So you can see if it breaks the support, then you're kind of like, all right. I concede. But at least you got something to tell you, like, okay, if this is going to really push down or not. Interesting here. We're still in this trade. Sorry, like I'll go over some chats. We're still in this trade. Dinesh says, I just got my PA counts approved. Just a question. What happens if I blow my PA counts? Can we reset or something? No resets on PA counts. If you blow them, you blow them. And as Hugh says, they will send you a 80% off discount code to start a new eval. Ooh, pandas. We made 10 points right there on the previous day's high. We're looking for 12.5 though. 12.5 points here. I got no worries here. I don't think I have any worries here. Give me my 12.5. I'll be happy. 12.5. Oof. Okay. Strong bull bar. This looks really good. Oh, one tick. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. Let's go, baby. You got the 12.5 points. Could have got more, maybe. We're already up $741 across 4 accounts, pandas. What is that? Today alone, we already made almost $3,000, pandas. We almost made $3,000. That's just the simple Big Mama trade. It's like the easiest trade in the world. It's the easiest and most reliable trade in the world right there. Big Mama. Got 12.5. Why do I go for 12.5? I'll go over the math. But let me say good morning to a couple more of you guys. Let me answer some questions here. Pandas. Hope you guys are doing well. Bill F. Zen, good morning. Aaron Korn, welcome. Zahari, welcome. Dinesh, welcome. Emmanuel, welcome. Peter Cho, welcome. Aaron Korn, 3,000, that's right. Quick maths. Ashley, good morning. GC Burke, good morning. I mean, do I really want to trade anymore? Look, I mean, we are already above the, we already got static threshold. Now we can finally withdraw from these accounts. Just after 10, not even 10 days of trading, 9 days of trading, we can withdraw from these accounts. And that's the beauty of the 50K account, pandas. This is why the 50K account trumps the 300K in some ways. The big way is the fact that I can withdraw from these accounts already. If I was trading the 300K account, I would need to make $5,000 more just to withdraw. And these accounts are the lifetime accounts. And so that means that once I withdraw 500 from each account, how much is that? 500 times 4, that's $2,000. And so I will not only cover my original investment, which is what, $16, because 90% off with the 50K account, $16 per account, plus 140, which is the lifetime fee. So altogether around 156. Let's just round it up. I'll make it worse for myself. Round it up to $160. We pull out 500 per account. That means per account, not only did we cover our initial investment, we have made $340. $340. $340, pandas. I could have made a lot more here, pandas. But I like the 12.5, and I'll go over why. I like the 12.5. Plus, this is the more rare thing. Like, this is not common that this happens this strong. So, I'd rather take the 12.5 and be happy. The reason why I look for the 12.5, pandas, is because basically maths. It's all maths. From one trade to basically the 12.5, right? This is 12.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12.5. So essentially what I'm trying to do with that one runner at 12.5 is because I want that one runner to essentially be able to cover the losses of any of the I made a lot more than I had to, huh? I was thinking if I was trading 4 accounts, right? Because if you trade 4 accounts,
10,000 tick trap.
I'm trying to think. 3 accounts, man. Quick maths hard. Why do I want 12.5 points? I believe it's because it rounds it up to. I mean, I can see I made 741. I see. I got it. Yeah. Okay, this is it. I messed up, but hey, I'm happy I made 12.5. Normally I trade, not normally, but if I were to trade bigger, I base it off 4 accounts, right? If you lose with 4 accounts, basically, 4 contracts, you lose $1,000 per failed Big Mama, and you make 500. But if you have 3 and then you run one to 12.5, you can make up the losses. You can make the entire losses up for one failed Big Mama. And that's why I do 12.5. That's why I do 12.5. 3 times 2.5 times 50 equals 375. 625. So you need to make 625 divided by 50. 12.5. Yeah. So the maths is essentially you need to make $1,000 on one trade to make up for a loss of a one big mama. So if you trade 4 accounts, your one loss is $1,000. You're risking $1,000 per big mama with 4 accounts or 4 contracts. Sorry, keep saying accounts with 4 contracts. So that means that with scalping 3 contracts and running with 1, wait, if you scalp 3 at 2.5 points, that's $375. And so you need to make up the other whatever much more you need to make $1,000. So 375 minus 1,000 equals 625. And for one contract to make $625, you need to have 12.5 points. 12.5 points. Paul Rigg reminding everybody, yes sir, this is life-changing money. And pandas, I mean, the example I always use, and it's a conservative example, I think personally, but the example I always use, why I'm calling this series life-changing money, is because with 4 counts, if you have 4 accounts, if you can make $100 on average per day with 4 accounts, at the end of 1 year of trading, you can make 6 figures. 6 figures, pandas. That's only with $100 a day. I'm on pace right now. What am I? This is day 9. My counts are up. Let's just use my lowest one, just to make everything unfair as much as possible for me. I'm making $312 a day on average right now. And that's with 2 losing days last week, pandas. That's with 2 losing days last week. Stick to the plan. Gotta stick to the plan. Even with your losing days, you can still be making more than $100 on average per day. The problem is, pandas, the hard part is, pandas, is to keep your losing days small. If you guys remember last week, the reason why I put this poll up here is because last week I had two red days. And they were like, you know, I mean, I lost almost my max, my max pain on all of them, on both days. So the most I'm willing to lose on any day is $600. I think one day I lost like 500 something, and the second day I lost actually like 700. So I actually went beyond my max pain. That's just because I had like I had one trade and it just went over 700, or over 600. But basically I was down over $1,000 last week. $1,000 on 2 red days, I think in a row too, and that's very demoralizing, very demoralizing. And I can tell, like, trust me, I've been there. If you blew your accounts last week, it's pandas. I'm about three years in. I'm almost 3 full years into trading, and I'll say this: I still make a lot of mistakes. But within like the first 2 years, like I would definitely have busted my accounts last week. Right? I'm a little older, a little wiser, hopefully a little bit smarter. And with all of that, I was able to actually get through last week without busting my accounts. So I'm just saying, pandas, like, and I'm 3 years in. Some of you guys are not even like 1 year in. Some of you guys are a few weeks in. And a lot of you kind of like, feel demoralized because you're not a world star trader within your first 2 weeks of trading. So we're making life-changing money, pandas. I mean, I think 6 figures is life-changing money if you can make it. We got a trap trade here. Do I like it? I kind of do. I kind of like this trap trade. This trap trade makes sense, right? Because we got a little gap we need to fill. If you guys haven't noticed, little teeny baby gap right here. Little gap here. It's 1 tick gap. It's a legitimate gap. As in the moment this bar closed, the next bar open one tick above it, creating an actual gap. Ah, I like this. I like this trap trade. I like it. I feel that gap makes sense. It's a bad signal bar for me, though. I'll say that much. It's a pretty bad signal bar. In fact, it's pushing up now, which is making me feel like it's not as bearish as I think it is. It's a good trap trade, though, here. Right, fails like entry long. It looks good. Oh, all right. If we break this pivot high, no longer interested. Because we're not really making lower highs, right? If we break this pivot high, all right, no more lower highs created. I'm skipping. Pass. I'm surprised the gap's still here. I'm going to reload my historical. Make sure that gap is actually there. Pandas. Pandas. We're up 741. I mean, tell me, anything else in life that you can, within the first hour, not even an hour, it was, I actually started this trade at 8. Yeah, actually, maybe a little more than an hour. A little more hour of doing something. You're making $3,000. $3 an hour. $3,000 an hour. I'll take that rate any day. $3,000 an hour. Hey, what do you do for a living? How much do you? Oh, okay. So this after reloading that historical, actually it doesn't exist. There was a little gap here the way I had it, but it's no longer there. Good morning, Pants. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Matthew. I'll answer that question. So Matthew says, I've been a few hundred or double digits from passing evals or PAs. I guess when he says passing PAs is like, he's getting to his first withdrawal. And that end up blowing them. Any tips to avoid the increased pressure at the finish line? Pandas. Hey, if you guys have any advice for Matthew, throw it in the chat. I'll give you my thoughts in a second here. There was a question asked in the pre-market show that I do want to answer here. And that's for my pandas. While you guys give Matthew your thoughts, I'll just explain this real quick, and then I'll answer Matthew's question. At least give my thoughts to it. So the question was, what's the difference between getting 5 50K accounts or 1 250K account? Which is better? By far, which is better is 5 50K accounts. 5 50K accounts. Why? Well, because you got to consider the risk ratio for the threshold. The trade, right? I guess the ratio is a little bit difficult, but let's just say for any 50K account, one contract, right? It's better to trade one contract across 5 50K accounts than 5 contracts on a 250K account. Why? Because of the ratio of the threshold to the contract sizes. So yeah, one contract, that means per contract on the 50K account, you have $2,500 of threshold. With the 50K account, your threshold is 6,500. 6,500 divided by 5 is 1,300. So your threshold per account or per contract with the 250K account, if you were to trade the same amount of leverage or exposure, is 1,300. If you do it across 5 50K accounts, your exposure is only 2,500, right, per account. So you have 2,500 threshold per contract, and if cross 550K accounts rather than 5 contracts on 250K account, you only have 1,300 threshold per contract. Hope that makes sense. Hope that shows why it's better to have 550K accounts rather than one 250K account, right? Trading 5 contracts on one 250K account. A lot of maths today. A lot of maths. Who said elementary school math wouldn't be helpful later in life? Who said that? I have yet to use calculus in trading, though. I'll say that much. I've yet to use calculus. Not saying it can't be used, but I have yet to use it. Let me try to find what's going on. By the way, daily chart. Big Mama was good. We got a second entry short forming on the daily chart. Ooh, second entry short about to form on the daily chart. You also got a trading range on the daily chart. Might come back up to it. This is a little bit tricky, pandas. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit tricky what's happening on the daily chart. The 5-minute chart, large gap on the 5-minute chart from the previous day's close to the open. There's about a 10-point gap that we need to fill here. And we still haven't filled it. So, and tell me any other trader that keeps all his trade markers on. Tell me any other trader out there that keeps all his trade markers on for everyone to see. This is why I'm verified. 10,000 tick chart. I'm about to make a second entry long. Do I like it? Not really. Not really at all. I do not like it. Right, first pullback, right? You got an uptrend. Let me draw it out for newcomers. What we look for here, uptrend, right? Established trend. 2 pushes down, which is the first pullback. We call this the first entry, and now we got the second pullback already triggered. And any reversal, and reversal means definition of reversal when we do price action is anytime we break the previous candle's extreme going the other way. I don't know an easier way to explain it, but if we're going down, right, if we broke the previous extreme going down, then the next reversal is breaking the previous candle's high, even by 1 tick. So the next reversal will be considered a second entry long, or we call this a 2-legged pullback, right? 1 pullback, 2 pullbacks, 2-legged pullback. It's just 2 pushes down, right? When you have a established trend, it's just 2 pushes down going the other way. It's essentially all we're looking for in order to either scalp or swing. Failed to actually reach the previous pivot high here. Curious, we're back down here. Not sure what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to answer. I'm going to give my thoughts on. Where is he at? Sorry, what was your name? Matthew's question. Let me go over what you guys had said. So, someone said micros, start trading micros, Iron Cruise, stick to your strategy. Simple as that. I mean, it sounds so simple, but really, it's actually a lot harder than it is, but it is as simple as that. Truly. Big push down. Probably going to try to fill the gap on the 5-minute chart. It looks like. At least maybe touch the 20 MA. Peter Cho says, I usually lower my goal, so if I typically shoot for $200, I'll lower to 1 trade a day or stop after 1 loss. If you bust an account, go bust one out. Oh, wow. I read that without even screening what that was. Sorry, children. I typically like to keep this PG. All right, pandas. I like to keep it PG because I got a panda face on. And sometimes, right, parents watch this with their kids. And kids say, I love the panda. I love the panda face. So it's like adults can watch this with their kids and the kids would actually be entertained somewhat. I'm trying to keep it PG. Sorry for that. I should have read it before I read it out loud. Now I'm reading every comment before I read it out loud. Every time I think I need just $100, etc., things start going downhill. Making a few bucks is no easier than working your system. That's good advice. Mike G says, also not sure if you're working on 1 eval at a time or many. I recommend doing 1 eval at a time. No point in doing more if you can't pass 1. Also very good advice. Peter Cho says, I'm very green today, shutting it down. Peter Cho knows himself. He says, once I'm really green, if I keep trading throughout the day, I'm bound to lose it. It's happened before, happens many times. Kyle Lubers, good morning, welcome. Mola7 says, ruin the image of a panda to me. Sorry about that. All right, so second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart right off the 20 EMA. Do I like this? No, I don't. I don't, because the 5 minute has a gap here that needs to fill. It's a nice looking setup though, not bad. If you're trading a 10,000 tick chart, what do you got here? You know, sure, you could take it. Sure, you could take it. No, your risk is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 points of risk. If you're willing to risk that, be my guest. The setup doesn't look too bad, to be honest. 50% chance there's a reversal in the beginning of the day, though. Also, trading range indicator on 10,000 tick chart showing us trading range. It could very much come back down here to the bottom of the trading range. Let's stick with the 2K chart. See if we got anything here. We got 2 pushes down now. What are my thoughts? How do you prevent yourself from busting your accounts when you are maybe a couple hundred or even just a couple dollars away from getting to your withdrawal? Like, say at day 9. You're on day 9 of trading your PA account. You're $5 away. And then so you just say this. Most likely the next setup will at least make $5. And the moment you enter it, you get shot right in the tick. It reverses and you lose. And then you go on tilt. And then that tilt makes you trade too large. It makes you scale in. Makes you move your stop loss. And then next thing you know, when you're about $5 away from withdrawing, your accounts get busted in one single day. After 2 weeks of solid trading, it took that one single day for you to bust your account because of one little mistake. How do you prevent that? It's very crazy because I have blown my account several times before the withdrawal, like the day before withdrawal. It's happened many times. Not many times, several times, a couple times, a few times, let's say. But it has happened to me. How do I prevent myself from doing it? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just kidding. I'll give you more than that. I guess really, maybe one thing is don't look at how much money you're making. Just turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn off how much money you're making per day. Who cares? Treat every single setup like it's your last. I guess one thing is just keep making the mistake, and then it's self-correcting. Right? The pain is self-correcting. Because you realize, man, I just gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop trading so recklessly that right before I
10,000 tick trap.
withdraw. Another thing people don't notice is that oftentimes when people bust their accounts, it's because the day that they're trading, that they wanted to pass their account, it's kind of due time where they hit a day where the market cycle is not in their favor. Right? They hit a day where really the market cycle is so bad for your style or your system. Oftentimes, once every 10 days, you'll get a really choppy day. It just happens, like if you are trading fantastic for 9 days, that 10th day when you're about to withdraw could be the day where the market decides, hey, we're going to be choppy today and we're going to bust everyone's accounts. Like, it could be that happens often, right? So that cadence of the market is about maybe once every 10 days, right? Where you get this, I would say it's probably once every week. You get one really bad day, one day where it's very difficult to trade. And for you to recognize the market cycle as soon as you can is very beneficial. Very beneficial. The way I notice the market cycle is when setups don't work. That's why when I lose 3 times, I stop, because I realize the market cycle is probably not in my favor, and at that point I'm not reading the market correctly if I have 3 losses in a row. So I typically stop, once I have 3 losses in a row. Max, I'm willing to lose 600, and those things in general prevent you not only from busting your accounts the day before you withdraw, but any day, right? On any day, it prevents you from really busting your accounts. So definitely have those measures, right? It's okay to not withdraw. It's okay to not withdraw, and that's another thing you have to know. It's okay to not withdraw. What's more important is you live to trade another day. What is one withdrawal compared to a lifetime of withdrawals? Gabriel says, can I suggest one thing? Go ahead. Go ahead. It's a free country. Ends up being a nice push up here on the 10,000 tick, right? That second entry long works out, ramping off the 20 MA very nicely here. 5 minutes, still a huge gap here from the previous day's close. I don't know if we're going to fill it or not. No clue. Daily chart looks nice for a second entry short. A, B, C. Second entry short. I'll be trading Big Mama there. It's a lot of things. I think really good habits at the end of the day, huh? The last day before withdrawal is no different than the first day of trading your PA account. It should be no difference. And so if you're busting your accounts, it's probably because you haven't had good measures. You haven't created good measures or created good habits to stop yourself from busting your accounts. And I fall victim to that too all the time. So I'm not trying to say anything that you're a bad trader or anything. I'm just saying that if you don't have things in place to stop you from losing on day 1, you won't have things to stop you from losing day 10. So to me, for me, I have the three loss rules, and the 3 loss rules, I don't know. I'll maybe stretch it out. I don't know. Sometimes 3 loss rules is not as hard as I like it to be, because sometimes you win one, right? Like you lose 2, you win 1, and maybe you lose 1 after that. Then you're kind of like, So sometimes I do the the max amount of pain, the $600. So I don't know. Maybe whichever one is greater loss. If because of my revenge trading tendencies, I tend to choose whatever it will make me lose more. So either I might be like down 600, but I have one more trade to lose. I might take it. Right? Like if I lost 2 in a row, but I'm down for some reason $600 already, maybe because I trade 2 contracts instead of 1 per trade, then I'll be like, all right, let me do one more. I technically still haven't lost 3 times. Or let's say like I already lost 3 times, but I only lost about $500. I'm like, I could do one more trade. I can get to the 600 threshold, my 600 limit. But that's me. I'm not saying that's a good idea, but I'm just saying that's what I find myself doing, which is why I'm still learning, pandas. I'm still learning. While we're learning, we're making a fortune, though. I'll just tell you that. We're making life-changing money. We're already at the withdrawal limit. We can withdraw here, make a withdrawal request. Not tomorrow, right? This is day 9. Tomorrow will be day 10. And so the day after tomorrow, I can make my request. Or, well, the request starts on September 1st. So, gotta wait for September 1st. So, in general, or just overall, gotta wait for September 1st to make my withdrawal. And the sooner you make your withdrawal, the better, because they pull the money out sooner, right? The faster they pull the money out, the faster your money is protected. And then, yeah. And when I say you trade risk-free, I mean you really, really can trade risk-free, right? The moment you get your first withdrawal, think about it, Pandas. Think about it. You already trading risk-free, right? Because your first withdrawal, the minimum you can pull out is $500 per account. You've already covered your initial investment plus more. Like you already doubled your initial investment. So when I say risk-free, I really do mean risk-free. It's absolutely risk-free if you can get to the first withdrawal. Not only absolutely risk-free, you're actually making money. Second entry long here. We're making lower highs now. Am I still looking for a short trade? Maybe, but the question is, should I be? I'm not going long here, right underneath the 20 MA. That looks more primed for a trap here. You can consider this like a break or trend to new high, so this trap is viable. Depends on how aggressive you want to be. If you want to be really conservative, you can say this and say we're still looking for a new high. I don't know, Panis. I mean, that's a hard signal bar to go short against. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty difficult. I don't feel comfortable if it made one more high. Probably because there's undershoot. I want to see the overshoot here before we really reverse. That's kind of what I would rather. I feel more comfortable going short after that has happened.
Trap.
So this trap looks like it's going to trigger here. Yep, trap triggers. But I would feel more comfortable if we actually made a new high here because of this undershoot. Not really a new high, just I want to overshoot for some symmetry. Feels a little imbalanced. Doesn't seem right. Mike Richardson says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again but expecting different results. Albert Einstein. The Albert Einstein guy was pretty smart. Kyle Lubers, I get to write Ninja a letter, just boost some accounts over freezing, having to reload. I don't know if it's rhythmic or Ninja. Ouch. Hope things work out, Kyle. I know Kyle, he's like a rock star getting those PA counts, not gonna lie. Rock star getting those PA counts. So Pandas, if you had a tough week last week, you're in good company. I think a lot of us did as well. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't take that trap. I'm glad I didn't take this trap. I mean, the signal bar was not good for it. Right, you just got stopped out if you took that trap. But you also got this undershoot. And you're kind of waiting for that overshoot to happen here. Right, for some market symmetry. It looks like there's unfinished business here. We're going to push up. You kind of want one more push up here. Otherwise, it feels like it's cutting itself short here. I don't know, Pandas. What do you guys think? I feel like that we still need that overshoot. Undershoot leans to overshoot. Still waiting for that. Oof, okay. Second inch short, maybe. 1, 2, 3 attempts to push up here. And this could be the reversal. 1, 2, 3 attempts. 3 attempts. Sometimes it's usually good enough. It's usually good enough. 3 attempts here. Okay. Cancel. Skip it. Just skip it. Micro double top. I don't know what's happening here, Pandas. This looks like it's a little congested now. Congested more than anything. Sit on my paws. I mean, I'm up 741, Pandas. there's nothing to feel pressured about right now.
$10,000 tick trap.
Wow. All right. Maybe we're going to get that overshoot that I was thinking about. Got a higher low set up on a 10,000 tick chart. What is going on here, Pandas? Pandas. Pandas.
5-minute trap.
Push down. Bouncing off our trend line now. Curious to see what happens. It looks just like a trading range. I don't know, Pandas. This is a little bit weird. Okay, pushing pretty hard down now. Come back to the bottom of the trading range on the 2000 tick trading range indicator. Ooh, okay, push down. Trap triggers on the 5-minute chart. Interesting. I mean, there's no way I can enter any of these trades. There's no setups for me. Right, I'm not going to go short right here. It doesn't make any sense for me. So this moves without me. It moves without me. What can you do? Gin says, does Apex tend to give 90% discounts right after a 50% discount? What are the odds for a Labor Day 90% discount? I have no idea. I would say Apex has been pretty aggressive recently in terms of their promos, but they could be slowing down now. I would say, will they give a discount around Labor Day? Very high chances, at least from if history repeats itself. But Will it be 90% off or 80% off? That I do not know, pandas. That I cannot answer. I will be able to answer that probably very soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if there will be a sale happening at the end of the
10,000
month,
tick
maybe.
trap.
I don't know, pandas. I just wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying anything. But most likely at least 80% off. But I don't know, pandas. I mean, maybe now Apex is like, we've already got, we've already got our market share, right? We don't need to do these aggressive promos anymore. Just sit back, collect all the money. Now everyone's wishing that they got the 80%, 90% off codes, more than one. And when they bust accounts, you get a free reset at 80% off at the end of the next month. Meme World asks, what are my thoughts about Brick? To be honest, I have no idea what it is. I thought it was BRICS, bricks. I could be wrong. Is it a world currency? Is it like the non-NATO countries alliance creating bricks or something, or is it like European? The daily chart still has more room to go up to hit the 20 MA. Here, it's bouncing off our trend line. Pretty strong. 5-minute chart completely flagging here. Typically, if this happens, you get like a bull flag of some sort. You get like a measure move somewhere. Brazil, Russia, India? Why is it called India? Why are you putting India? China. Yeah, so it's BRIC. Bricks. Why don't they just use Bitcoin? I don't understand. Creating a new currency won't do anything. You need something that's already fully agreed upon. I think Bitcoin is probably the best thing to use still. That or go back to gold. Maybe we should go back to the barter system. Goods for goods. Services for goods. Services for services. That's it. All this money stuff. Who cares? Eric Hill says, why would you trade gold? It's just been all of history a currency that's always been used in all of history. I believe bricks is gold. That could be something. If bricks is based off gold, it's gonna be very strong against the dollar then. Is it actually gold? If it's actually based off gold, then wow. That could be stronger than the USD then. Okay, pushing down. I don't know, pandas. I mean, obviously starting to do a trading range thing here. I'm just staying away from this. I usually don't trade trading ranges. I typically walk away. This is like a time to walk away, eat some breakfast, grab some yogurt, maybe take a little walk outside, stretch a little bit, drinks, just drink some alcohol if you need to, just sip on some whiskey, do whatever it takes. Just, I just don't like trading this, so I typically stay away from markets when they look like this.
10,000 tick trap.
Bottom of the trading range to the top of the trading range. Let me see what bricks is based off of. If it's really based off gold, that could actually be scary. Bricks currency will be backed by gold. Central banks are already stockpiling gold. Oh boy. I mean, do you really want gold to be said? I mean, to be honest, I think the country who has the most gold most likely will be the U.S. still, no? We got Fort Knox. Probably the most gold in the world is still in the U.S. BRICS is backed by your military. However strong your military is how much your BRICS is worth. I mean, at the end, do you really need paper money? Because everything's changing to like credit. Like I was in the city the other day, and literally like no store was accepting cash. It's all only credit cards. It's hard to steal, right? It's hard to steal, like rob people of their credit card money, I guess. Unless you run around with like a, you know, like a Square or like a, you know, like some sort of app to like give me your money, and then they have to swipe like your phone or something. That actually might be the future of bank robberies. And you can run away with it. You don't have to have all this cash on you. You can run away with it and then just like somehow delete the app or something, and there's like no proof. I don't know. Panda's still in trading range here. This is nuts. By the way, Pandas, we do have a lot of news this week. Please be aware. This week we have nothing today, but today could be a little bit slow because this week we have news tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. Interesting. I don't know. I've never seen that before. S&P CS Composite. I don't know what that is. I'm going to ignore it. You do have Jolt's job openings tomorrow at 10 a.m. Wednesday at 8:15. And you got the 8:30 prelim GDP quarter over quarter. I feel like that might be one of the bigger news items this week. Thursday, you got unemployment claims and core PCE. Also pretty big news because Jerome Powell is looking at unemployment to see if he's going to raise his rates, right? Anything that affects interest rates are probably going to be big news. Potential big news. So Jerome Powell is basically looking at the employment and also the core CPI or the core some core inflation number. I forget what it was, but those are two things they're really looking at, and so maybe Thursday might be a big mover. And then Friday you got 8:30 unemployment rate, and 10 o'clock you have ISM manufacturing PMI. So pretty big. Not super huge. I mean, the biggest news typically is FOMC, but if you have the unemployment claims or the core PCE, either that or the prelim GDP quarter over quarter, one of those two are probably going to be the big items. Will it be a make or break your account? I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. 5-minute chart, look at this. It's completely flagging here. Completely sideways, completely overlapping. 10,000 tick chart, also completely going sideways. So you're getting these big moves up, but they don't mean much to me because we're in a trading range. Pretty strong trading range, in fact. Little pop up here. Okay. Undershoot, finally leading to that overshoot, which I was waiting for a long time. The 10,000 tick chart does look kind of strong here. We're clearly above the 20 MA. Could be following this channel here. A little bit arbitrary, but I'm just trying to connect the most pivots here. 5-minute chart pushing up pretty strong here. Very strong, actually. Daily chart almost hitting the 20 MA on the daily chart, which I do feel like it might bounce off of if we do hit it. Decent push up. I mean, no setups for me. It's just doing what it was doing for a long time, going sideways. So I'm not mad. I missed this. It's just for me. I'm not comfortable. I'm not trying to trade breakouts. If you were trying to trade breakouts and swing trade, that could be yours. That could be your trade. Meanwhile, as do you trade second entries? Yes, I do. World's 11% gold is in hands of Indian women. I'll believe it. I don't know what it is, but whenever I see Indian people with gold, for some reason, it's like crude gold. It's not like shiny yellow gold, but it's like gold that they like dug out of the ground and they wear it as like rings. I think it looks cool. I think it looks really awesome. Like it's like raw gold. I think it looks amazing when it's not like super polished and it looks like you literally can just mold it in your hands with like Play-Doh because it's so soft. I don't know. Well, for some reason, like a lot of my like Indian coworkers or Indian friends, I would say, they have when they wear gold, it's like crude gold. It's kind of cool. I think it's cool.
10,000 tick trap.
It kind of shows that they probably have a lot of gold, like gold straight up, like just gold in their house. It kind of shows like, yeah, we have so much gold, we have all this like crude gold. I made this ring myself, you know. I don't know. Wimroll says, Panda, don't answer if you feel personal, but don't you lose interest because every other niche has millions of views and how much you make and how much. Oh man, they ain't verified. They ain't verified. I don't care. I love it. I love this community. I love doing what I do. I love reading price action. I love trading second entries if they're good. I sometimes don't trade second entries. Sometimes I just trade Al Brooks price action setups. But I'll just say right now, anyone who claims they're making money and without being verified, like Panda is, like I am, literally showing rhythmic capture top left of your screen. Literally showing you my account balances. I'm literally showing you 4 accounts right now with over $2,500 on each account. And that's not even including the pre-market show where the pre-market show pandas actually know how many accounts I have and how much money I actually make. Do I care that there are a million views? I don't care. I absolutely do not care. I love this community. I love doing what I'm doing. If I have 1 viewer or 1,000 viewers, I will still do what I do. I could care less. Now it's awesome that there's a community around here, around this. Plus, I trade the Emini. A lot of people don't trade the Emini. Most people trade NASDAQ just because it's absolutely insane. But hey, we take it slow here. We try to be consistent here. I'm trying to be smart. Like I'm trying to trade for real. I'm not sim trading. I'm not double-sided trading. I'm just doing what I do. I do what I love. But none of them are verified. I'll tell you that right now. None of them are verified like Panda is. Well, yours truly is the most profitable trader on YouTube, verified. Meanwhile, what's the story behind Panda? I just like to keep things private. I don't want people to see my face. But I also want people to see my emotions and my facial expressions. Panda just seemed like it fit. I looked through the program, and I just thought the Panda looked the coolest. I was like, all right, this is probably the best made. The only problem is I wish I had a body. Some of the other avatars had bodies. I actually was gonna pay like a couple thousand to get a body on this Panda head. I may still try it. I still may invest in trying to get a body, so I could be a real panda one day. Dark Arc asks, how much did I pay for this overlay? Not much, actually. I worked at Fiverr, and the person I worked with was awesome. This overlay, he did awesome. The little details, right? Look in the bottom left of your screen, like the eye blinks, like that little panda eye blinks. He has little things like, you know, the text of the website just going back and forth. The static text, I put that in, you know, so it kind of looks a little boring, but that's what I put in. And you got little things like the daily P&L. If you look closely, it's like glowing. It actually kind of glows. There's a little shimmer to it. So I mean, this guy did awesome. He did a lot of attention to detail, and he did a great job. I think he did awesome. And he was really cool to work with too. So, and it was cheap. Meanwhile says, how much extra content I will get after taking membership? You get access to pre-market show, which is 9 o'clock every single day, and that's it. I do have some members only content too, but yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's like the main thing is the main portion of content, extra content you get, is the pre-market show. So it's like, honestly, I only recommend people to do it if they really want to support me. Right, if they really want to support me, if they're really curious and interested on how I'm doing with my my journey personally, you know, not just the stream, but like me personally, my journey through it, then pre-market shows for you. But if you're just a casual watcher, just like, okay, this is kind of fun, entertaining, you know, you can become a panda if you want to like support me just in general. But really, if you're looking for content, like a lot of extra content, like it's not really meant for that. Meanwhile, Michael Chin took a long break of 2 to 3. You think so? Or, since you've been trading and you busted several accounts, have you not noticed? Maybe that's Michael Chin trapping you. Have you not noticed? It's probably Michael Chin lurking behind the curtains, around the corners. You think he's taking a break, but he's always around. Michael Chin, the legend, never lost a trade in his life. All right, market is kind of going sideways again. We finally got the undershoot to overshoot. That's what I was waiting for. This looks quite bullish. What can I say? I don't know, but I just don't know what to do. I don't have a setup here. That's, you know, that's for sure. I remember the when we were talking about Michael Chin a lot, people would. I remember the one stream. I thought it was so hilarious. People started changing their names to like these traders, and someone changed their name to Michael Chin, and it went as far as to even change the profile picture to look like Michael Chin. And then he like would join the chat, and then other people started trying to one up him, and you know they would be like Al Brooks, one would become like Warren Buffett, and one ended up becoming like Daryl from Apex. I just thought it was so funny. I just thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, you guys are a trip. Seriously, this is why it's the best community on YouTube verified. Michael Chin helping us all get on with our day. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. That was a 10K sub special. Which, speaking of, 20K sub special is coming up, and I'm gonna try to make it huge. I'm gonna try to make it as big as possible. Trying to give a lot of freebies out. Trying to get Apex to help me out a little bit. I have a very special relationship with Apex. Trying to get Apex to basically, hopefully, give us some nice giveaways and whatnot. So, I mean, they're awesome. They were awesome. They were really kind, giving some really good prizes for you guys. It was a ton. That 10K sub special, that was awesome. I remember when I hit 10K, that was great. Now we're already hitting 20K, about doubling it, and I can't believe we're already here. We're like how many subs away? By the way, sub if you haven't already. Where are we here? We're at 19,649. We're about 350 away. I think once I hit 19,900, I'll probably start announcing it and start gathering things, and hopefully, we can get to the 20K special, and it'll be ready to go. Really exciting. Can't wait. Got a second entry long, but sitting on my pause. Really just really choppy here. And I think you got to recognize that since we have news coming the rest of this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that today, the only day without news, it may be a little choppy today. It may be a little slow. Market may be waiting for these bigger news events. And I'll be waiting with them. I'll be surely waiting with them. Second entry long here. I mean, it's really clearly above the 20 MA here. But maybe measure move. I don't think measure move was made yet. Oh, measure move made perfectly here. Okay. Measure move made. That makes me not want to go long here, even though we're clearly above the 20 MA. Clearly about to trigger the second entry long. I will sit on my pause here. Measure move was made almost to the tick. A little more, actually, I think. No, pretty much exactly to the tick. Measure move was made. Amazing. Amazing. Trap trade coming after the measure move, but above the 20 MA, so it's not the best place to trigger. Hugh says just make it trading was hard video until I did this one trick. Trading, I was unprofitable until I learned this one setup. Once I make that video, it's gonna be over. I'm gonna have 100K subs. Trap does trigger here. Decent place for the trap to trigger, in my opinion. I just don't like the fact that it's above the 20 MA here. You got the measure move. You got this chop. You got a second entry long that fails. How does this fail? A, B, C. Second entry long fails. That's a decent trap. I just don't like the fact that it triggers above the 20 MA. Right, all this happens above the 20 MA. It looks better if it's beneath the 20 MA. Okay, it scalps you out. If you're able to take that trap, you got scalped. Or you're able to scalp out. Coming back to the bottom trading range. So the measure move ends up being the top here. Doesn't always happen that way, but it's nice to notice if you do notice it. The 5 minute actually hasn't touched a 20 EMA yet. We're going completely sideways right now. Top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. Still, this trading range is still intact. Matthew says, here we go again. 44 from Paya. Wish me luck, pandas. Super Saiyan for me? Nah, I'm good. But I'll give you this. Hey, thoughts and prayers. Hope you make it. That's for you, Matt. What a push down. From this trap trade here. All from this trap. I wanted this. I like the trap. I like the fact that it was coming off the measure move. I just didn't like the fact that it was above the 20 MA. What is that about, pandas? Right? It triggers above the 20 MA. You can see a little teeny winny gap right there. Matthew. 44 from payout. Let's go. Congratulations. Stick to the plan. Good things will happen. Definitely think the hardest thing to do is to not have the make my losses back mindset. That is probably the hardest thing not to have. It's probably one of the biggest triggers for most people. At least it is for me. Right? I need to make this next trade. I need to stick around. I need to watch the markets like a hawk for next setup. And then you get so drained by the end of the day. You just kind of lose it and feel forced to enter trades just so you want to make your money back up. Even more so for me because obviously I'm sharing my account balances. So if I'm sharing these account balances, like I don't want to show up the next day red. Of course I don't. You got no setups here though whatsoever. I'm just watching. Just being patient here, pandas. I feel like we're in a big trading range. I feel like the 10,000 tick chart also big trading range. You can see that this green bar here and this red bar, we can come all the way back down. But we're also maybe at the bottom of this channel. Hard to say. 5 minute chart creating 2 bear bars, possibly. Finally touching the 20 EMA. But we're in clear waters now, pandas. Like, all our thresholds have turned static. Plus, we are in withdrawal territory. Basically, we can withdraw from these accounts. If I pull out 500 per account, that's $2,000. That covers all my expenses when it comes to Apex. And not only that, make a nice little profit. So you're playing with house money at this point. So after that first withdrawal, you're playing with pure house money. It's actually risk-free, 100%. Not only risk-free, you actually made money. Jojo asks, what's the max they can let you withdraw like it is right now? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, but I'm going to answer this question. What's the max you can withdraw from these accounts? The 50K account, the max you can withdraw within the first 3 months of withdrawals is $2,000, so that's the max you can withdraw. The minimum you can withdraw is $500, which is nice, right? Because that covers, right? It's a little less. If you pull out, if you withdraw some money, you're not killing your accounts or losing $1,000. In fact, it's not bad to withdraw $500 per withdrawal request, right? So by the end of the month, you're pulling out $1,000 per account and still building up a little bit on the accounts. Not the goal, but a nice pace to have is about $100 per day. So by the end of the month, you're making $2,000 by the end of the month per account. You can make $2,000 per account and you have 4 accounts. That means by the end of the year, what can you make? 100K. The calculation comes out to be around what is that? Because that's less than $100 per day if you make $2,000 per month, because there's more than 4 weeks in a month. We can just round it down. $96,000, and then you're gypping yourself a couple days. Jojo asks, so you have 220 now, can you withdraw 15? I can withdraw 2,000 if I wanted to, but you have to wait till the withdrawal period, which is the first to the 5th of every month, and also the 15th through the 20th of every month. It's such a weird system. I wish I could just withdraw the moment I do 10 trading days. This weird system of these windows to request, I just think that, I don't know if it's strategic for Apex or if they're doing it because they don't have the right systems in place. I feel like that's probably the big gripe I have, really. I don't care about the trailing threshold, because I understand trailing thresholds make evals hard to pass. In fact, they should be. But now I don't care about trailing thresholds. Like, for me, I don't care much about them because I can get to static threshold pretty confidently, which I'm at right now with these accounts. And so the trailing threshold, it doesn't bother me as much as other people. And so and I actually like it, right? I like the fact that people fail, right, because of trailing thresholds. That means that it's difficult. That means people have to trade very consistently in order to pass the evals. And that means that if Apex pays you out, they're paying out people who are proved themselves to be at least somewhat consistent. So I think my real big gripe is the withdrawal process. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. It's like a 2 window a month type thing. I mean, it's not bad. At least you can withdraw 2 times a month. But at the same time, it just seems weird. It just seems like because they don't have the right system to withdraw. Whatever. I could be wrong here. Second entry short. Do I like it? Difficult to say. I mean, we're in big trading range right now. And I want to see what happens, though, if we get it. If we don't get it here, I'm moving on. Okay. Interesting. Second entry short might be forming here. Do I like it? It's hard. Very hard because we've been trading range for so long. Really, almost anything can happen in trading range. For instance, because you're in a downtrend doesn't really mean much when you're in trading range. If you're in trading range and you have a downtrend, we got the second pullback. It's not near any resistances. I'm skipping it, but really anything can happen here. But I'll stick around to see what happens. Interesting. Okay, second entry short does trigger. Let's see if this traps or if it scalps. It's with the outside bar reversal. Futures trader, trading with Top Step, real smooth brain over here. I'm just kidding. Don't be a smooth brainer, guys. Try your best not to have a smooth brain. Feature says, I use all the prop firms. That's great. That's great. I do think that Top Step might have appeal to some people, especially if you really don't like the trailing threshold. If that is like your super serious deal breaker, then Top Step may be better choice for you. Maybe. I could see it. I could see that. It's dirty. No one says trading's pretty, but it does make the scalp. So, all right, pandas. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, and I'll see you guys 9 o'clock pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. Trade safe, everybody. Truly, truly stick to the plan. Good things will happen. Whew, finally getting pushed down here. And hopefully you can get that bamboo. And thanks for joining. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. That being said, pandas, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.